this happening before, we would have stayed and continued playing.
Exactly. Talk to me about NEGB1. What was that?
NEGB1 stood for New England Garage Bands, and it was a website I had conceived back in 2007. It was originally called Boston Garage Bands, and I was getting back into the music scene, starting to write and record my own music, and I wanted to get to know local musicians. I got a radio background, so I'd always loved doing interviews, and I wanted to get to know the message behind the music. So I started a website just interviewing bands, interviewing local musicians, and it expanded into something greater. And I got a lot of requests from bands outside of the Massachusetts area. So I expanded it and changed the name to New England Garage Bands. And New England Garage Bands was really long to type in as a URL, so I shortened it from the request of one of the bands that I had to NEGB, but NEGB.com was taken. So I just added the number 1 after it, and NEGB1 was born. And it went from just a standard site of just interviewing local bands to a full-blown social networking site where bands can create their own profiles, maintain it, uploads photos, videos. Basically anything they could do on Facebook, you could do on NEGB1.
You came up with this yourself?
Yeah, I did, all by myself.
Way before Facebook was big.
Yeah, actually, this is when MySpace was popular. And MySpace was kind of in its heyday, and we used to post everything on MySpace. It's like, this is cool, but I can't find any...
MySpace.
Exactly. There's no place, you can't narrow it down to find music, and I was always looking for bands to interview. And I said it would be cool if there was one website that had all of this all in one. So I decided, I researched it, and I went to class, and I took web design classes and things like that, and it just built into what it was. So and it kind of got away from me. It got a little too big. I had to sell it.
Wait, you had to sell it?
A year ago. I had to sell. I didn't have to sell it, but I had I don't want to say acquired, but I got thyroid cancer. I got diagnosed with thyroid cancer last year, and I went surgery last August. And doing that, having 5 kids, marriage and mortgage and things like that, bills, NEGB1 kind of became too much for me to do it. It was kind of like Frankenstein's monster. And it got too big for what one guy could do, and everything that happened with it was just me doing it. And I got some help from my buddy Ray Ogier, but Ray's doing his thing on MRC, so there's only so much he could do. And
Ray's crazy right now with everything he's doing.
Ray's insane. I'm surprised he hasn't had a heart attack. Ray, slow down. Okay, no. Ray, keep doing what you're doing. He's doing a great job. So I was approached by EA Kroll Productions out of Philadelphia, a company that I had done a lot of work for and met at GuitarCon about 2 years ago, and he said, listen, I understand you're having some problems, and I know you want to shut it down, but we don't want you to shut it down because it's too important to the local music scene. We want to buy it off you. So they made me an offer. I accepted, and they run it now. You go to NEGB1.com, and it's still up and running.
Are you proud of what it's became?
I am. I'm happy. It's like it's my baby, and it's kind of grown up. It's like Limelight. I've known Limelight since they were kids, and their mom was driving them around to shows, and they were 12 years old and stuff like that. And now they're all, they're growing up, they're going to college, and I'm proud of what it's become.
Nice. So how many bands are on NEGB1 right now?
No idea. I don't know. I'm not a part of it anymore, so I don't know.
When you gave it away, how many was on there?
About a couple thousand. I think about 8,000 was up there.
And those are all active people?
Yeah, all active bands. They all interacted with each other. They were all over from all over the world.
You created a monster.
I did. I created a monster.